You know why I'm over the whole one and only thing? Just kidding. But seriously, my friends, my ladies, my fabulous ones, I just got to thinking, why does it have to be just one? It's like a buffet, right? There are so many dishes, so many choices, why would you settle for just one plate of rice and one piece of chicken? What if you also want some roasted pig, some sour soup, some peanut stew? It's the same with love, isn't it? Sometimes it gets boring, tiring, crazy-making. I'm not saying we should all go wild, okay? Don't do that. My point is, sometimes when we focus too much on just one person, on the one, we forget that there are many other things that can make us happy. We forget that there are different kinds of love. It's like in music, it's not just ballads out there, there's rock, there's pop, there's R&B. Why would you pick just one type for the rest of your life? Do you get what I'm saying? So join me on this journey. We'll talk about hearts, minds, feeling tired, and a lot of other things. We'll discuss why, sometimes, one and only turns into one and sick of it. And why, sometimes, it's more fun when it's a party. Come on, let's start chatting because I'm sure many of you will relate. Promise, this is not a hate video. This is a love for all video. It's going to be amazing. You know that feeling when adobo is your absolute favorite, like you could eat adobo every single day? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, adobo. For the first week it's pure joy, heaven, you love every bite. By the second week it's still good, you're kind of used to it. But then a month rolls by and the moment you smell that soy sauce and vinegar, you feel like you're going to throw up, right? That's exactly what can happen in a monogamous relationship sometimes. It's not because the person is bad, but because of the routine. It's just the same old thing. Wake up in the morning, good morning text. At noon, have you eaten? In the evening, good night, I love you. At first you'd feel giddy down to your bones, but over time it starts to feel like a script, like an obligation. The spontaneity, the thrill, it just disappears. It's like watching a movie where you already know every line, every scene. You know when they'll laugh, when they'll get annoyed, when they'll get upset. It gets boring, and that boredom, it's not your partner's fault. Sometimes it's the fault of the setup itself, because we force ourselves to believe that only one person can be the source of all our happiness. They're the one you talk to, the one you eat with, the one you sleep next to, the one you argue with. Everything. Your cup gets filled with only one kind of water. There will come a point when you'll crave a different flavor. Not because you don't like water anymore, but because you just want to taste some juice, or a soft drink, or even just some coconut juice. This isn't about finding someone better, it's about finding something different. The excitement that comes with something new, new conversations, new laughs, new perspectives. When you get tired of just one, that's when you'll think, wait, is what I'm feeling wrong? No, girl, you're just human, it's totally normal. The question is, what will you do when you feel that way? That's when the trouble starts. You'll begin to think, is this how it's going to be forever? The simple things you used to love about them will become a source of annoyance, their sweetness will become cheesy, their caring nature will feel controlling. Your perspective changes because your heart is tired of the same old thing. It wants a new song, a new dance, a new experience. This is where the idea comes in, what if it's not just one? What if it could be 2 or 3? Not to cheat, but to have different sources of joy, comfort, and understanding. Like having a best friend for gossip, another for adventures, and then one for crying. Like that. But on a romantic level. Complicated, right? But it's even more complicated to force yourself into something that no longer makes you happy. Now let's flip the script. What if you're the one who got left because he got tired? It hurts, right? It feels like you gave your all, but it still wasn't enough. The truth is, sometimes it's not that it wasn't enough, it was even more than enough. But that tiredness, that's real. Relationship fatigue is real, my friends. It's not just your body that gets tired, your heart and mind get super tired too. Especially if you're always the one who understands, like you're the one adjusting to his schedule. You're the one thinking of your date ideas. You're the one making an effort to fix things when you fight. You're the cheerleader, the therapist, the mom, the best friend. Everything all rolled into one. It's exhausting being an all-in-one. There will come a time when you'll think, wait, what about me? What about my needs? And if your partner doesn't see that, that's when he becomes vulnerable to others. Because the others, the new ones, they'll offer a break. The new person you talk to isn't tired of you yet. He's ready to listen to your stories that your partner has heard 100 times. He's ready to laugh at your old jokes. He'll give you the attention you're no longer getting because, well, you're already comfortable with each other. The new person, they'll offer validation. They'll make you feel special again, interesting again. This doesn't justify cheating, okay? Let's be clear on that. But this is the reality. When a person is super tired in a relationship and someone comes along offering even a little comfort, even just a glass of cold water, they'll take it. Because they're so thirsty. Thirsty for appreciation, thirsty for new energy. They didn't look for it, but it came. And because they're tired, they don't have the strength to say no. That's why it's important to have a give and take in a relationship. One person can't just keep taking. You both should be filling the bucket. Because if only one person is tired, eventually, they'll give up. And when they give up, they'll look for a place where they can rest. And often that place is with someone else. It's sad, but it's true. So let's not think that if someone looks for another person, they're automatically a bad person. Sometimes they're just really tired. Tired of being strong for both of you. Tired of pretending everything is okay. Tired of understanding. And that tiredness, that's what pushed them away from you and closer to whoever offered them a pillow and blanket in the middle of the storm they were feeling. And here it is, the grand reveal, the big shocker. You got caught. Or maybe you caught them with someone else. Whatever side of the drama you're on, one thing's for sure, trouble. When someone gets caught, that's when the overthinking kicks in. Your brain turns into a crime investigator. Who, when, where, how, why? You want answers to all those questions. And even if you get the answers, you still won't be satisfied. Trust is like a mirror. Once it's broken, no matter how much you try to stick it back together, you'll still see the cracks. You might say, okay, I'll forgive you. Let's try to fix this. But your brain, it's a traitor. Every night it'll remind you of the pain. If they text someone, you'll think, who's that? Is it the new person again? If they come home late, you'll think, where were they? Were they together again? It's maddening. That's when I realized, if the problem is your own mind, if the overthinking is unstoppable, if the trust issues are too deep, sometimes the best solution is to just leave. Let go, because you're only making yourself suffer. You're trying to fix something that's completely shattered. You'll just waste your energy. Instead of using it to heal, you're using it to investigate and doubt. And when you leave your ex, of course, there's a vacuum. There's a space that needs to be filled. This is where I need to find someone else comes in. Not to rebound right away, but to remind yourself that there's life after them. That there are other people in the world who can give you attention and love, to distract your mind. Instead of moping around and thinking about the pain, why not go out and meet new people? It's like uninstalling an old app that's full of viruses and bugs. You need to install a new one, not to replace it immediately, but to see that there are other options, to refresh your system. Because if you stay stuck in doubt and pain, you're the only one who loses. They might already be happy with someone else. And here you are like a broken record playing the song, "Why Did You Leave Me?" over and over again. So my advice is, when you've been caught and hurt, and your own mind is your enemy, take a break. Leave your ex, forget about them for a while, and when you're ready, find someone else. Not for them, but for you. To prove to yourself that you deserve better. You deserve someone who won't break your trust. You deserve peace of mind. And sometimes, that peace of mind, you won't get it if you keep going back to the person who broke you. I said earlier, dump your ex, find someone new. Easy to say, right? Like ordering at a fast food joint. But in real life, my gosh, it's not that easy. Especially if you truly love them. Moving on isn't an event, it's a process. A long process full of I wish, what if, and why. One day you feel so strong like you can do it. Then the next day you just hear your theme song and boom, you're crying in the bathroom again. The past is like a ghost. Even if you don't see it, you know it's there. It'll pop up in the songs you hear on the radio. It'll pop up in the places you used to go to. It'll pop up in the foods you love to eat together. Every corner of your life has a memory of them. How can you move on if everything around you reminds you of them? It's tough. And the hardest part is the memories in your head. No matter how much you try to bury them, they'll suddenly appear. Their laughter, their hugs, their promises. They'll replay in your mind like a broken movie. You'll tell yourself, enough, it's over. But your heart screams something else. It still wants to go back. It still wants to hope. They say time heals all wounds, and it's true. But they didn't say how long it would take. It could be a month, a year, or a decade. There's no formula. And while you're waiting for the wound to heal, you have to endure the pain. There will be days when you just cry. There will be days when you're angry. There will be days when you feel nothing, just numb. All of that is part of the process. And in that process, there are many temptations. Temptation to stalk their social media, temptation to text them just to check in, temptation to go back to them when they say, "I miss you." It's hard to fight, because your heart is used to them. It craves that familiar feeling, even if you know you'll just get hurt again. So don't rush yourself. If you're still hurting, go ahead, let it out. Cry until your tears run dry. Get angry until you're exhausted, but don't stay there. Every day try to take one small step away from the past. One small step towards a new you. It's hard but necessary, because you can't live in the past forever. When a relationship is just starting, everything feels so easy. That getting to know you stage? Oh, it's so much fun. No pressure, just pure excitement. It's easy to be sweet. It's easy to give your time. It's easy to understand each other. That's because you're still in the honeymoon phase. Everything about them feels new and exciting. Even their flaws look cute to you. It's like every song is written just for the two of you. But once time passes, once that initial excitement fades, that's when the true colors start to show. That's when the challenges begin. Fights that aren't cute anymore. Little disagreements that last for days. Problems with money, family, work. And that's when you'll figure out if what you feel is just infatuation or real love. Because if it's just infatuation, you'll give up at the first big problem. Real love? You have to work for it. It's not always sunshine and butterflies. It comes with difficulties, pain, and sacrifices. Love is that decision to stay even when things get tough. It's choosing them even when you see all their imperfections. It's understanding them even when you don't understand them anymore. It's forgiving them even when what they did hurt so much. It's like climbing a mountain. At first, you're excited. The view from below is beautiful. But as you go higher, you get tired. Your legs start to ache. You're running out of breath. You just want to go back down. But if you're determined to reach the top, you'll rest, but you won't give up. You'll keep going even if it's hard, because you know that the view at the top is worth all the effort. That's how love is. Many relationships end because people think it should always be easy. They think if there's a problem, then they're not meant for each other. They don't understand that problems are part of growing together. Those are the challenges that will make you stronger. If everything was easy, how would you know how strong you are? So don't be afraid of the hard parts. Don't give up when there's a problem. If you truly love them, work for it. Because the things you work hard for, those are the things you value more. The love that has weathered many storms, that's the love that is strong and lasts forever. As they say, easy come, easy go. But what's hard to get is hard to forget. And even more, what's hard to build is hard to break. Here's another crazy situation. You and your friends, you all hang out together, so when you break up it's super awkward. How can you go to your mutual friend's birthday party if your ex is going to be there? And even worse, what if their new partner is there too? Oh my goodness, it's like a scene from a movie. You just want to disappear. You don't want to stay at the party because all you see are exes. Then, your friends. They don't know whose side to take. If they talk to you, your ex might think they're on your side. If they talk to your ex, you'll think your friend is a traitor. It's such a mess. So sometimes, to avoid all the drama, one of you has to leave the friend group. And usually, the one who got hurt is the one who leaves. Because they just can't take it anymore. They can't stand to see the person they loved happy with someone else. And that's where the consequence of giving 100% of your heart comes in. If you give everything and then you're left alone, there's nothing left for you. You're completely shattered. And when you're shattered, your mind, it becomes desperate. That's when you enter the rebound stage. You'll look for anyone who can be a band-aid for your wound. You don't love them, but you need a distraction. You need someone to hug so you don't feel the coldness of being alone. Rebounds are dangerous, because first, you're hurting someone else. You're just using them. Second, you're not really healing, you're just covering up the wound. Underneath, it's still festering. And when you take off the band-aid, the pain is even worse. That's not a solution, it's just a delaying tactic. And another dangerous path is getting someone pregnant to make them stay. Because of so much pain and desperation, you'll do something you'll regret. Maybe you'll get pregnant to make them come back, or maybe you'll cause a scene. These are decisions made by emotion, not by reason. When the drama and the pain take over your mind, it doesn't function properly anymore. That's why it's important that before you enter a relationship, you save some for yourself. Don't give everything. Leave at least 10% so that if you get hurt, you still have something to go back to. You still have the strength to get back up. Because if you pour everything into one person, it's like investing in a single stock. If that stock crashes, you crash too. Diversify, girl. Diversify your love and your life. Because of all that drama, the getting tired of each other, the exhaustion, the cheating, the struggle to move on, I started thinking, maybe the problem isn't the person. Maybe it's the setup, the closed relationship or monogamy, the idea that it has to be just one person. Maybe that's the source of all the pressure, all the jealousy, all the pain. Because we expect one person to fulfill all our needs, that's impossible. So I thought, what if an open relationship? I know for many that's a taboo. What is that, legal flirting? No, an open relationship, if done right, is about honesty and consent. That's the most important thing. Consent. Everyone involved knows the setup. Everyone agrees. Nothing is hidden. No one is fooled. No cheating will happen because it's open, right? Imagine your primary partner, you love them. They're the one you come home to. They're the one you share your dreams with. But both of you have the freedom to explore outside your relationship, romantically or sexually, as long as there's permission. You talk to each other. Hey, I have a date on Friday, is that okay? Sure, be careful. Tell me about it when you get home. No jealousy, because there's trust. And that trust is based on honesty. In this setup, the pressure to be perfect for your partner disappears. Because if they're looking for something you don't have, they can find it in someone else without having to leave you or cheat on you. For example, you're a total homebody. You don't like to go out, but they really love to party. They can find a party buddy, and that's okay with you. Because you know when they come home, they're still yours. The getting tired of each other factor also disappears. Because there's always something new coming into your lives. New stories, new energy. The relationship doesn't get boring. It's like you have a team, and the new team members bring new skills and perspectives. Instead of being a threat, they become an asset to your relationship. I know this isn't for everyone. It requires a super high level of maturity, communication, and self-security. If you're the jealous type, don't even try it, girl, you'll explode. But for me, I prefer this kind of setup. I prefer being upfront. This is me, this is what I can give. If something's missing, find it in someone else as long as I know, rather than a supposed closed relationship with a secret back door where they sneak out. That's more painful. Now, whether you choose to be in a monogamous or an open relationship, I have one main rule. Let them do the chasing. Yes, it's 2024, but just hear me out first. This isn't about playing hard to get. This is about knowing their intentions and filtering out the unserious ones. When someone, especially a guy, works hard for you, there's a higher chance they'll value you more. The courtship phase, that's the investment period. That's where they show how serious they are. Are they willing to put in the effort? Are they willing to spend their time, money, and patience for you? If they're already lazy during the courtship, what more when you're officially together? If from the start, they're just leaving you on read, what else can you expect in the future? The courtship, that's the first test. If you let them court you, you'll see who's looking for permanent love, and who's just looking for temporary fun. The ones who are just looking for something temporary, the ones who just want easy access, those are the ones who give up quickly. If you make it a bit challenging for them, if you don't give them what they want right away, they'll back off. They'll feel rejected in their minds. Good! At least you filtered them out early. Don't let yourself be pressured into thinking you're being too picky. You're not being picky, you're being smart. You're protecting your heart. Why would you give something so valuable to someone who isn't ready to work for it? It's like giving a fancy sports car to someone who doesn't know how to drive. They'll just wreck it. So don't just be single and ready to mingle. You should be single and safe. Safe from jerks, safe from users, safe from people who will just leave a wound in your heart. The courtship is your security check. That's where you'll find out who's carrying a bomb of lies and who's carrying a bouquet of true intentions. So girls, boys, LGBTQ+ friends, let them put in the effort. Let them prove themselves. If their feelings for you are real, they won't get tired. They'll wait, they'll be patient. And once they get you, they'll take care of you like a trophy, because they know how hard it was to get you. But if they're just looking for something temporary, and they get rejected by your standards, then thank you next. They're the foolish ones, not us. So after all this talk, what's my conclusion? Monogamy, open relationship, single but safe? You know, honestly, I'm still a bit confused. Just kidding, but seriously, I've learned so much from all the heartache, all the drama, and my biggest realization is this. Love isn't one size fits all. There's no single right formula. Some people are made for monogamy. They're happy and content with just one person, and that's beautiful. I salute them. Then there are people who thrive and grow in an open relationship. And if that makes them happy, and they're not hurting anyone, go for it. No one should judge. And there are people who are happier on their own. They're complete in themselves, and don't need a partner to feel whole. And that's also valid and beautiful. The important thing is, you know where you're happy, and you know what you need. Don't let society tell you what to do. It's your life, it's your heart. You get to decide. Me? For now, my philosophy is, love is abundant. Why would you limit your ability to love? If you can love your family, your friends, your dogs, why can't you love more than one partner, right? As long as there's consent, honesty, and respect. Sometimes with so much love I feel, I just want to say I love them all. Can I just marry them all? Ha ha ha. Of course, that's just a joke, or maybe half meant. Imagine one spouse for cooking, one spouse for laundry, one spouse for bills, one spouse for a massage. How fun, right? It's like having your own Avengers team. But in the end, joke or not, the point is, love should free you, not trap you. It should make you happy, not make you cry. And it should be real, no matter how complicated it is. Find the setup that gives you peace in your heart and mind. And once you find it, don't let it go. Or don't let them go. Oh, I don't know. Let's just love each other. Wow, our chat was really something, wasn't it? From getting bored, feeling tired, getting caught, all the way to open relationships and multiple marriages. We've talked about everything. I hope you picked up a few things from what I said, and I hope your heads aren't spinning. All I really want is for us to think. Let's challenge what we've been taught, both the do's and don'ts, about love and relationships. Remember, there's no right or wrong answer. There's only what's right for you. Don't be afraid to explore, don't be afraid to make mistakes, and never ever be afraid to love. Even if it hurts sometimes, it's still the best feeling in the whole world. And if you do get hurt, just think of it as part of life. It's like a cut, it will heal. And when it heals, it will leave a scar, a reminder of a battle you fought and won. You became stronger because of it. So, whatever your status is right now, in a relationship, complicated, single, or in an open setup, embrace it. Be happy, and always remember to love yourself before anyone else, because in the end, even if everyone in the world leaves you, you'll always have one companion, yourself. So take care of that, okay? What kind of relationship setup do you guys want? Comment below.